ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Boxing, this is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. I say that every time, but rarely is he sitting right beside me. Bob, how excited are you about this main event Saturday night?
Well, if you're a boxing fan, you have to be tremendously excited. This is what boxing is all about. Two evenly matched guys, two tremendous professionals fighting for supremacy. I can't wait for Saturday night.
I can't wait to bring them up. They're in the building, so let's bring them up here. Please welcome the former unified lightweight champion of the world, Vasiliy Lomachenko and Igis Klimas, and the youngest undisputed champion in the modern era, Devin the Dream Haney and Bill Haney. Gentlemen, come on up. Welcome, gentlemen. Guys, thank you for spending some time. Fight week well underway. Champ, we'll start with you. Now that we're into fight week, do you feel any different, or are you just rolling with it?
Oh man, alhamdulillah, I'm happy that fight week is finally here. This is all a dream come true for me. It's crazy that it's finally here. I've trained, I had a great training camp, me and my team, and it's go time, Saturday night.
Bill, I want to bring you in right away. I asked you this yesterday at Grand Arrivals, but I want to dig in a little bit deeper. When you take the training hat off and you sit there beside your son as father, how proud are you?
Oh, I'm extremely proud. This is something that Devin has been working towards. We've had a great example of a father and son duo with Loma and his dad who've been an epitome of professionalism and a hard-working journey. So it's a great opportunity on this big stage for me and Devin as a duo to our climax be a fight against a hell of a team like Lomachenko team.
It's been a lot of talk, a lot of amazing blood, sweat, and tears programs. Top Rank's done an incredible job promoting this fight. Devin, you've said consistently over and over, he should have fought you 4 years ago. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, no, Top Rank ESPN has done a tremendous job, promoting the fight. This is the one. This is the big one for me, and I'm happy with the way that Top Rank has did the promotion. But yeah, I definitely feel like he should have fought me 4 years ago. Well, I would have at least got my shot 4 years ago. But Allah is a perfect planner, and now the time has finally come. It's gonna be worse than it would have been 4 years ago for him.
Loma, Igis, welcome to the stage. Thank you guys so much for being here. Loma, you had this opportunity to fight for the undisputed titles, but you turned it down to return to your homeland and fight for your country. Talk about that for a minute and how that impacted your life and this journey getting to where we are today.
Hi everyone. Look, it's hard to say because it's you can change nothing. If you say something or do something, it's nothing change. I think only God can change. So we need to do just pray and ask Him about stop this war.
Absolutely. Igis, I want to ask you, was there concern from you and the camp and everybody involved when that decision was made?
First of all, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having us here in Vegas. Beautiful, beautiful city, good boxing, mega city. Of course, when we, with a Top Rank, made this path road for Lomachenko to fight Kambosos and go to Australia, we were very excited. And then I made a phone call to Vasiliy and said, look, we have an opportunity to go on to fight with Kambosos, and for all those titles you were dreaming. And the answer was, I guess, no, I'm not going. It's not what is on my mind. Right now, I can't think about my career. I can't think about boxing. All I can see right now is just our country is being bombed, people getting killed, and everybody here in this country needs me here. I can't go aboard. So I'm sorry. And I said, you know, would be a last opportunity. And he says, if it's that meant to be, that's what it's meant to be. My decision is to stay here. And in the beginning, I kind of like, wow, you know, we are working so hard to do that. That was my kind of like a first thoughts. But after that, I realized how strong he is and how good human being and how good man he is. And I told him, you're better than me for sure.
Yeah. There are a lot of things more important than the sport of boxing. One of them is patriotism, particularly when your country is in the grips of defending itself from a terrible aggressor. And it's a small country compared to the size of the aggressor. But with will and determination, look how this thing is turning out. The Ukrainians are giving better than they're taking from the Russians, and I salute all of the people in Ukraine, and I salute Vasiliy Lomachenko for the stand he took, staying behind to defend his country rather than participate across the globe in Australia in a fight.
Loma, now that we're here and you've had a camp and you know, you've talked about this being your dream for so long, and now it's here Saturday night, how locked in are you? I'm hearing the term from your camp, locked in, a lot. How has camp been and how locked in are you?
It was hard, like always. It was very hard, and but it was more motivation. It was big motivation for me, because I understand it's a last chance to be undisputed. That's why it's every train, every day, push me, and push me. And now, 4 more days.
Devin, I want to come back to you, man. This is an unbelievable weekend. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. This is your hometown, pulling up to MGM Grand. You talked about as a kid seeing all of the big fights here. This is your big weekend. Is this your toughest opponent to date, even though you hold all the belts and you went to Australia twice? Is this the toughest fight of your life?
I mean, every fight, you know, up to date is, you know, your toughest test, because, you know, it's only more at stake. You know, every fight, you know, we want to win every fight. So, yeah, on paper, this is my toughest test. But I look to you know, make it an easy night on Saturday night, and as easy as possible, and come out victorious.
You wanted this one. You've been calling for it. Here we are.
Yeah, I've been calling for it for, like I said, 4 years, but the time is finally come. You know, I take my hat off to him for even, you know, giving me a shot after 4 years. You know, I respect everything that he's, you know, did his decision to, you know, stay and fight for his country and all that. That gave me the shot, and it aligned for me to get my shot to go to Australia. So it was only right that I give him the shot as well, like a true champion should. And I look to put on a great fight for the fans on Saturday night.
Do you ever step back and look at how far you've come in such a short amount of time? And we talk about ESPN, we talked about blood, sweat, and tears. What an incredible journey this has been. All of this exposure, these documentaries, cameras following you around. And 24 years old.
Yeah, man, everything has, I knew that one day all of this would come, but alhamdulillah that it, you know, it came faster than what I thought it would, but I worked hard for it. I dedicated, you know, I've been dedicated since I was 7 years old, put my all into it, and you know, it prepared me for these big moments. Everything up to this point, fighting in Tijuana, going to Australia, doing all these things, it all prepared me for this point. And I'm blessed to be here. I'm happy to be here, and I'm having fun.
Bill, I want to ask you the same thing. Did you ever think in your wildest dreams we'd be here now at this point in his career at this age?
It's just truly been an amazing journey. It took a lot of people behind the scenes to make this thing happen. Devin has been wanting to fight. It was important to him while we were coming back from Australia, while the plane still had turbulence. He wanted to go to New York to challenge Vasiliy Lomachenko and to give the people of Ukraine the opportunity to see their champion fight for Undisputed. So that meant a lot to us. You know, it was great people that worked on it, such as Lou DiBella, our attorney John Hornhewer, who really worked behind the scenes and said, if this fight can happen, it's going to happen. And he was a man of his word. We were thankful for it, and now we're here.
We're all here, and we're all thrilled that you guys are here, both parties. Incredible families of boxing. And we can go through the card and talk about all of the families involved in Saturday night, and I think that's what puts this one leaps and bounds above others. There's been some talk, you guys, this week. Loma, he called you an amateur, and you haven't fought anyone like him. He's gonna walk all over you.
I don't want to talk about this.
You guys were in the tunnel just here yesterday. MGM Grand, our cameras were following you, and you called him dirty a little bit. He said at breaks, he doesn't break, he likes to throw punches. You guys okay over there? So the chatter's been happening this week, like it's starting.
Yeah, I mean, it's fight time, you know. I just called a spade a spade. I know what he's preparing for, but at the end of the day, we're prepared for whatever he brings to the table, and it won't matter. Whatever, if you want to make it a dirty fight, we got answers.
Igis, you've been in this game a long time. Is this the biggest fight that you've been a part of?
It's one of the biggest, but I've been involved in the very big fights. I've been involved in the stadiums with 90,000 people fight around the world, including UK, Saudi Arabia, United States, T-Mobile's Arena. So yes, it's one of the biggest, but I just wanted to ask a question to the whole people around here. I wanted to ask a question. First of all, I wanted to thank Haney. I wanted to thank the Haney family, Bill, Devin, for giving this opportunity for Vasiliy to fight for his dream. And very thankful for Top Rank, ESPN promoting this fight. Thank you guys very much. Without you, it wouldn't be happening. I like the talk going between the camps. I like that, but I also very like the respect going from both camps to each other. Usually it's going like, you know, swearing to each other and ba 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 until we're gonna go to the ring. This is going a very good, nice promotion. I wanted to thank everybody. Second, what I wanted to say is, what's the question was?
Hey, Igis, we're only a little bit mad that you wouldn't have given us the opportunity that we're giving you right now. We're just only a little bit mad.
4 years ago?
Anytime. Would you have ever given us the opportunity that we're giving you guys right now?
Look, 4 years ago, Lomachenko came in already as an established boxer. He didn't have a time in his career to go and to fight the young fighters. 4 years ago, you're gonna agree with me, Devin was not a big name in the boxing. Devin didn't have any titles. Lomachenko was always chasing champions, the big names. So
You told me it would never happen. You told me it would never happen, and we believe in God, we believe in Allah, and we know that Allah knows best. You said it would never happen, and I said, we'll see.
And you were right at that point, because I never was thinking Devin was going to be an undisputed champion, and he is. And you know, it's more respect to him. And that's what we're at.
Have anybody else ever run your phone like we called your phone to fight Lomachenko? Is there anyone else raising their hand to fight this great fighter right here?
First of all, you know better than me, we are in the boxing business. We have different promoters, we have different networks, and you guys were with a Matchroom, you were on the Zone, we were with a Top Rank, we were on the ESPN. Even Lomachenko had a signed agreement with ESPN exclusivity. We couldn't go to the Zone no matter what. So it is what it is, but right now we're here.
Is there any other top fighter that has run your phone to fight Vasiliy Lomachenko? No, that's the answer.
No.
So to the people, this is a tough guy, Lomachenko, 3-division world champion, 2 Olympic medals. My son, 24 years old, has been chasing him because he's a great fighter. Let's make that understood. No one is chasing Lomachenko the way he is because he's a great fighter, and Devin is putting himself to the test and giving the Ukraine people something to hope for in a champion as Lomachenko.
I'll tell you one thing, everybody was running from Lomachenko. It was hard to get somebody in the ring with Lomachenko. And you were chasing, exactly, yes. So Saturday night, I think, is going to be a very, very nice and a good fight for the fans, for the world of boxing. But I forgot what you asked me, Mark.
No, this is the way it's supposed to be. I don't even care. I'm not going to ask any more questions for the rest of the afternoon. I think we just sit here and we freeball and see what happens. I want to go back to the biggest fight comment, Igis, because that's what I started with. But your answer, you said, hey, stadiums, 90,000, 100,000, T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas. Take all of that away, and I want to pose the same question to Bill. I'll give you both an opportunity. How does this fight differ in your gut, in your soul, in your heart, when it comes to winning this fight?
Look, over those years we've been working with Vasiliy since he started a pro. We became friends. We became like a father and a son. We became very close. So his dreams are my dreams. Every time in the 10 years I was hearing, when we're going to do Undisputed, when we're going to do Undisputed. So now you're asking me how big fight, how do we want that fight? It's the same thing like you ask a blind man, do you want to see? Yes, we want this fight. It's a big fight and we ready for it. He is ready. I'm sorry, not I, me, him.
Well, I think that's a good Freudian slip, because I think you have to be ready too. Bill?
Well, simple and plain, we started this journey when Devin was 8 years old. And along the journey, I asked Devin how good did he want to be? And he said he wanted to be one of the best that ever put on a pair of gloves. And to be that, you must step up to these kind of challenges. He's evolved into an incredible young man, both inside and outside the ring. I couldn't be more happy with his decision. He is the boss of our company, and we're moving straight ahead.
I love that. Loma, I want to come to you. You have been complimentary of Devin, his skill, his ability, but you said it's nothing new, and you have a job to do. All the belts are on the line. How do you walk out of the ring with them on Saturday night?
Look, he really